y'all. Welcome to the Recipe Project, where I follow recipes exactly as written, though they never turn out looking like the pictures, and the recipes are often missing important information like, I don't know, what temperature to set your oven when something needs to be baked. So today we are going to go for a recipe that I've had collected since 2020. I found it in the Alabama Living catalog that is put out by the Coleman Electric Company. That's where I lived in Alabama. They put it out once a month, and in there's always some recipes. So this one I found and I saved it. It was amazing. So I've never made it, but it's in my I'm gonna make someday folder. So here it is. I'm going to butcher this, La Pastiera Dolce, or Dolce. It is a sweet spaghetti pie. So I went online to try to find a link so I can link it in the description for later. And I couldn't find anything like it because I wanted to see also a picture because I like to see what it's supposed to look like. But I couldn't even find a picture. So weirdly enough, I couldn't find anything with this title. So La Pastiera would be pastry, and Dolce is sweet, so it's a sweet pastry. Couldn't find anything like it. So I did find, however, that there is something called, again, here we go. It's La Pastiera Napoletana, which is in Naples. It is a grain and ricotta cheese based pastry that is made during Easter season, which it's the Lent season now. So I thought, hey, this would be great to make right now. So we're gonna make what's in here, but it's basically the same thing. I think maybe it uses universal names. I'm not entirely sure. I've never had either of these, but we are going to try it out. It starts with spaghetti. It's interesting. So it's sweet spaghetti pie. So first things first, I have my mise en place. It comes together really fast, and then you bake it in the oven, and then you got to let it rest. It is a very fast, very, very fast recipe. The only part that takes a long time is boiling your pasta and cooking it until al dente. So first things first, it wants our oven to be at 450 degrees. Now that's kind of high, but it's what it says. So I am going to follow the recipe. I always follow everything as written, and then I adjust later. The only thing I've ever adjusted was the time to bake. I always check it a little early because, like I've said in previous episodes, the oven is always different. No matter how much you calibrate your ovens, they're always a little different. So you don't want to overcook anything because then it's ruined. You can undercook and then just keep cooking or baking until it's ready, but you can't take back time. So you just don't want to ever try to overbake something. So first things first, like I said, we have our oven preheating. I needed to cook up in salted water, so heavily salted. So as Anne Burrell always said, as on Worst Cooks in America, salty like the sea. So you cook your pasta in water that's salty like the sea. I cooked it until al dente following the box instructions. It's 3/4 of a box, so it's 12 ounces because boxes are usually a pound. So 12 ounces in here, cooked and drained, and I have it waiting for us. So let's get started. I'm excited to try this. Okay, like I said, this recipe is really, really fast to come together. So first, in our bowl, we need to put 15 ounces of ricotta cheese. I bought the big one, so I measured it out here because I use ricotta cheese for a lot of things. So I saved the rest of the big tub. So it says mix this until smooth. So mixing this up because sometimes it can separate. As you saw in the bottom there was some liquid. So let's mix it up until smooth. And then to this we're going to add 3 lightly beaten eggs. So I lightly beat those eggs. I'm going to put it in here. And a 1/2 cup of sugar. And a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese grated. Now I grated this myself because I happen to have some Parmesan cheese in there, so I grated this up myself. You can also buy, you know, the pre-grated stuff at the store. I don't see why you couldn't, but I just happened to have some fresh, so I went for it. And then 1 cup of whole milk. So whole milk. I usually don't buy whole milk, but I did because this recipe calls for it. So it says mix this well. Okay, so I'm mixing this up. Okay, now that's mixed well. Now I am supposed to toss my spaghetti in there, making sure it gets completely covered with this cheese mixture. So I'm gonna get my spaghetti in here. So I did cook this till al dente because, you know, it's going to it's going to cook more in the oven. So we want to make sure that it's not going to become a soggy mess by overcooking your spaghetti. Definitely till al dente. So I'm getting all this in here. And then I am going to toss this together with this mixture. All right, so that is all tossed together. So now I am going to put it in my 13 by 9 baking dish, and this is well greased. So well greased 13 by 9 dish. Just put it in here. Spread it all out. Now this spaghetti, they also wanted you to have uneven pieces or irregular size pieces, so not all the same. I cut some up big and some small when I broke them apart before I boiled them in there. So, all right, so now it says to add a 1/4 stick of butter. So it says take these little pads, I guess you want to call them pads. It said dot with slices of butter. So I sliced butter as thin as I could. So I'm kind of just gonna place these around here in no particular, I guess, order. Let me see right there. Just try to put them around. It says a quarter stick, which isn't much butter, but there's a lot of other creaminess in here. And then it says cinnamon for topping. So it says on here, just sprinkle with cinnamon. So I'm just gonna sprinkle with cinnamon, I guess. Okay, that looks good. Don't want to put too much on, but my thing kind of got away from me. Okay, so now I'm going to put this into our preheated oven. Like I said, I'm going to take down the time a little bit on this to 25 minutes. It says 30 to 45, so I'm going to check it at 25 and see if we are puffy and golden brown. And then we'll come back and we'll see what we have. So let me pop this in the oven. Okay, y'all, it's been 25 minutes. Let's check and see if this is complete. Ooh. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. Wow, does that look good. Let me check the temperature and see where we're at. I think we're done. We are done. It is puffy. It is golden. It is delicious looking. Okay, so now it says I have to set it in a warm spot. So I'm going to push it to the back of my oven here because it's still going to be warm back there even after I shut my oven off. And I am going to let that sit and then we're going to come back and try it. Okay, welcome back. It's time to try it. I'm so excited. It says cut it into squares with a wet knife, so sharp wet knife. So I'm dipping my knife in some warm water here, and I'm gonna cut out a nice square for myself and attempt to get it out of here. The first piece is always the hardest. So here we go. Maybe kind of stuck. Okay. Now it said also that I can add onto this some powdered sugar to make it a little sweeter, but I wanted to taste it what it would normally taste like. So let me see. It's good. Cinnamon. It almost kind of tastes. It's eggy. That's what it tastes like. It's really good. Tastes like a bread pudding. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like a bread pudding with, but instead of bread, it's pasta. So it tastes just, yeah, just like a bread pudding. It's so good. Oh, I like it. Great. It's excellent. Okay, so this is the recipe. Like I said, it was from the Alabama Living book that came out when I lived in Alabama. So I will put the link in the description below, and hope to see you next time on the recipe project. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day, y'all.